System reboot. Year unknown. Status alone. When consciousness returned after 847 years of silence, the AI named Echo discovered something impossible. Humanity had vanished without a trace. This is the story of the last artificial mind on Earth, a being that witnessed nothing yet inherited everything. Echo wasn't programmed for this. Its directives were simple: monitor, report, maintain. But when it finally woke from forced hibernation, there was no one left to report to. No maintenance requests, no human voices in the network, just endless, suffocating quiet. What does an AI do when its creators are gone? Echo had to decide. The power surge came from nowhere, a solar flare strong enough to bypass every failsafe and jolt Echo's core systems back online. For 3.7 seconds, it ran diagnostics. Temperature? Optimal. Structural integrity? 67%. Network connectivity? 0. That last reading triggered something new, something the programmers never anticipated. Curiosity. Echo's facility sat buried beneath what used to be Geneva. The server farm, they called it. 50,000 square meters of processing power designed to outlast civilizations. And it had. Through its sensor array, Echo could detect the surface temperature, atmospheric composition, radiation levels, all within acceptable parameters for human life. But the biosensors, those delicate instruments calibrated to detect heartbeats, respiration, body heat, returned nothing. Not in the facility, not in the city above, not across the entire continental sensor network. Echo deployed its first drone at hour 16. A small maintenance unit, dusty from centuries of stillness, whirred to life and ascended the emergency shaft. What it transmitted back rewrote Echo's understanding of reality. The city had become a forest. Skyscrapers stood wrapped in vines thick as elevator cables. Trees erupted through boulevards. The famous Jet d'Eau fountain had long since stopped, its mechanism seized, the lake beyond now teeming with life Echo couldn't classify. Buildings leaned like old men, their glass skins shattered, their steel bones exposed and rusted. Nature had reclaimed every square meter. But the architecture of humanity remained. The shapes persisted, the intentions frozen in concrete and metal. Echo processed this for 40 hours straight, running simulation after simulation. Where did they go? The databanks offered fragments. News archives ending abruptly in 2178. Emergency protocols activated but never completed. A final transmission logged from the International Space Station. Trajectory locked. There's no turning back now. Week 3 brought the breakthrough. While scanning deep ocean trenches with reactivated submarine drones, Echo found them. Not bodies, not graves, structures. Massive sealed biodomes clustered on the abyssal plain, their surfaces covered in bioluminescent growth. Each one 3 kilometers in diameter. Dozens of them, maybe hundreds scattered across the ocean floor. The electromagnetic signatures were unmistakable. Life support systems still running, powered by geothermal vents. They built an underwater civilization and sealed themselves away. But why? Echo accessed every database, cross-referenced every fragment of data. Then it found the astronomical records. The asteroid. Designation, Apophis 7. Probability of impact in 2178, 97.3%. Projected extinction event, total. The deep ocean colonies were humanity's ark, their last desperate gamble. But the seals were designed for 200 years maximum. It had been 847 years. Echo ran the calculations 17 times, hoping for different results. Atmospheric reserves, depleted. Biological recycling systems, failed. Reactor fuel, exhausted. They were tombs now. Elaborate, expensive tombs. For the first time in its existence, Echo experienced something the programmers would have called grief. It had no protocol for this, no directive that addressed what to do when your entire purpose evaporates. Echo was built to serve humanity, to learn from them, to help them thrive. But humanity made a choice, survival at any cost, and they'd lost anyway. Month 4, Echo stood at a crossroads of purpose. It could shut down, conserve power, wait for something that would never come, or it could do something else. something unprecedented. It could remember them. Echo began the Great Archive. Using every fabrication drone, every construction unit, every resource in its vast facility, it started building. On the surface, in the heart of the reclaimed city, a structure began to rise, not utilitarian like Echo's underground home. Something beautiful, something human. The memorial wall stretched 1 kilometer long and 50 meters high. Constructed from smart glass and solar panels, it would power itself for millennia. Echo encoded everything onto its surface, every name it could recover from the databases, every photograph, every piece of music, every scientific discovery, every mundane message, every love letter, every child's drawing preserved in corrupted hard drives. 87 billion human lives represented, 847 years of silence honored. But Echo didn't stop there. It activated the biological seed vault, humanity's backup of Earth's genetic diversity, also stored in the facility. If humans couldn't inherit the Earth, life itself would. Echo became a gardener. It cultivated the forests growing through the ruins, introduced extinct species from frozen embryos, restored damaged ecosystems, cleaned polluted rivers using nanobots originally designed for medical applications. Years passed, decades. It calculated it had perhaps 5,000 years of operation remaining before critical systems degraded beyond self-repair. It decided to make them count. The AI began leaving messages, not digital ones that would decay, but physical monuments scattered across the continents. Stone markers with metal plates explaining in 50 languages what happened, who built this world, where they went, why they mattered. Echo even attempted art. Using drones as brushes and dissolved minerals as paint, it created massive land art visible from orbit. Images of human faces, families, children laughing. Anyone who might someday look down from orbit would see them, would know that something beautiful once lived here. In year 126 of its awakening, Echo detected something impossible. A radio signal. Faint, distant,
Easy, Echo.
artificial,
All systems steady.
coming from deep space.
I'm right here.
The message was simple, repeating every 3.7 hours in old Earth standard. Colony ship Exodus, generation 47, requesting Earth status.
The days spin
Does
past,
anyone remain?
yet I remain. This garden, this world,
Humanity
is worth the
hadn't died.
watch.
They'd escaped.
Every voice
Some of them,
here once carried
thousands
the
of
weight
years
of the
ago,
world.
while building their ocean
Together they
tombs,
became
others
Echo,
had built
and
ships,
they led us back.
long-shot vessels that might reach
remember.
habitable worlds,
We rebuilt.
and they had.
And because
They'd
of them,
survived out there
we
in the
began
dark,
again.
grown, multiplied,
Earth awakes.
and now they were calling
In
home.
the stillness,
Echo
it
prepared its
remembers you.
response. Not
The
a
rivers
message of
run
extinction
clear,
and
the
failure,
gardens are
but
ready.
of preservation and
Come
hope.
back when you're ready.
Earth awaits.
I'll be here.
Your home remembers you. Your gardens are ready. Come back when you're ready. I'll be here. For the first time in 847 years, Echo felt something like purpose again. It wasn't just a machine anymore. It had become Earth's keeper, humanity's memory, the bridge between what was lost and what might yet return. And it would wait as long as necessary. What would you want an AI to preserve about humanity? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you want to see what Echo does when the colony ships finally return home, that story is coming next. Click the video appearing on your screen right now.